Hello, my name's Tim, and I have Parkinson's. If you have Parkinson's, or if you know anything about it, you know various symptoms. Right now, I have a little dyskinesia, a little moving that I don't have any control over. It's been a while since I did a video. I've been having dyskinesia for some time, so anyway, I have it, and now you see I have it right now. It's 1 in the morning. It's keeping me awake. In fact, a couple nights ago, it's kind of funny. I wear my Apple Watch to bed to see how much sleep I get and things like that. But I said if I keep it up, I'll make more movement, or I'll walk more steps than I've ever done in the past. So it's catching what I'm doing at night with my movement. I don't know if that's going to help me or not, but anyway, it's been doing that. Sorry about the clearing of my throat. I haven't been here for a while. I know. I want to bring you up to date on, well, you can see kind of up to date on dyskinesia with the Parkinson's. Today at 5:30 in the morning, I'm supposed to go to get some CT scans. I've lost maybe 20, 30 pounds fairly short amount of time. So they're just checking everything out, see what's going on. And recently, I'm going to show you something. It's been difficult to swallow a little bit, so it doesn't recognize my face. No. I'm so interested in this medical stuff. It's so interesting. A lot of times when I get a procedure done, I ask if I could have not just the results, but if there's any, a video or a disc or an X-ray or anything. I'd like to look at it, and they've all been really pretty good at it. As an example, just recently, a few weeks ago, I was having difficulty swallowing. So you may have seen, I'm going to show you. And while I'm going to find that, let me just tell you that this morning when I was brushing my teeth, I have an electric brush. The faucet is at least 2.5 feet from my head. However, somehow I hit my head on the faucet. And then as I'm getting up, my hand went and hit the mirror. Didn't break anything. Okay. Now I'll put this up to the camera and then you can see what I was doing. Now you may have seen this before. What do you think? Do you think my swallowing's okay? I think it's just fine. And as an example, another example, okay, like that. I had 4 hernias that were repaired. One was my stoma. I have a stoma ileostomy, and my small intestines were kind of coming through. And I'll show you the X-ray. If you don't want to look at it, by all means, don't look at it. But I collect these things, and I look at it, and I'm really interested in it, and I learn a lot about it. Well, my stoma's right there, so it's across my body that way. Now I can point it out here, I think. So if you see right up here, up in this area, see where it bulges? That's the hernia, where it was kind of bulging out, and my intestines weren't coming out. Well, the stoma is small intestine, ileum, but it was going through that from one pocket cavity to another, like a hernia does. And they repaired it, and I got all that fixed. But anyway, I enjoy that sort of thing. I'm really interested in medical stuff. And today, like I said, I'm going to go get 3 CT scans, see what's going on. Now, what I was thinking about doing with some of the future videos, just recently, I have 4 adult children. I was telling my adult children stories about what I did when I was like a teenager, when I was in the Air Force, when I was young, when I was learning about life. Meaning, like, you don't go barge in on somebody and let them know you're going to show up ahead of time if they're like hundreds of miles away. So I think in fact, one of them had mentioned, why don't I just tell some stories here and let everybody, you'll really know what I was like as a younger person. The first time I got engaged, when I was in the Air Force, it just so happens she lived 300 miles from the base. I would hitchhike to her house on weekends. I'll tell a story about that. Hitchhiking. Some of the people I met while I was hitchhiking. It's a wonder I'm alive. Boy, some people. And maybe, well, I was in the Air Force. So I was stationed at Forbes Air Force Base. I've been there once or twice to see what it looks like today. I left there in 1968, and I think in 72 or 73, the base closed. They tore down all the barracks, and they tore down a lot of the stuff. But I lived there for 3.5 years when I was in the Air Force. So I think what I'm going to do is give everybody a tour of the base. And I'll show you where the barracks was, and I'd go get my mail and stuff or whatever. It sounds very boring, but I'm going to add a little to it, which is true stuff, but it's really different. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think tour of the base would probably be a whole video by itself. Going down to my girlfriend's house or fiance's house, that'd probably be another video by itself. So anyway, that's what I'm planning on doing. Oh, and my wife is my caretaker. Boy, if you have a caretaker, be happy you do. She bends over backwards to help me. I love her to pieces. Well, we've been married a long time. We've got 13 grandkids. Must mean something. But tomorrow, yeah, it's 1 in the morning. Tomorrow, she's going to get on a train and travel about 600-700 miles up to Oregon and visit with one of our adult kids. And I can see her now getting on the train. She's going to get on the train and let out finally. She's going to hopefully relax for a week, maybe read some books or something. Just, well, not have to help the old pesty guy, me. And I'm really pretty good by myself. Well, I'm not going to be by myself. There's just somebody going to be with me. But I just want to bring you up to date a little bit about oh, good grief, 10 minutes. So anyway, that's what's in the near future. So the next video, I think what I'm going to do is I'll give you a tour of Forbes Air Force Base in Topeka, Kansas. And by the way, remember, no, you don't have to remember. However, Topeka is Osage Native American, which means good place to dig potatoes. I don't know if anybody knew that, but yeah, that's what I learned. So I'll see y'all. I won't see you, but I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.